for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me.
And with that, welcome back. My name is Danny, and on this channel we talk travel, health, and mindset, and the top 3 things in Cebu Island. I'm not gonna say those are like the 3 best things. They are definitely amazing and obviously just my subjective experience, but I want to go a little bit more in depth and just tell you exactly what I liked about it, how our experience was, and how you can use it maybe for your trip as well. If you have anything else that you personally enjoyed on this island and want to add to it, you're welcome to do so in the comment section. And my number 1 for today, it is a very known place by the name Kawasan Falls in Badian.
All around this empty town.
And why it is so known is very obvious. You have extremely blue waters for a waterfall. It is pretty much unseen, and also it's not just the water, the activities. There's a very famous canyoneering tour that a lot of people are doing. You can do cliff jumping. But in the sense that I want to address it, we had a little bit of a different experience. So we were short on time, we were a little bit just run off by all the experiences. So we decided to not do a tour, but just to explore it by ourselves. And maybe you know that feeling as well. You just have your GPS on your phone and you navigate yourself to your place. And sometimes Google is a little bit creative with the routes. So we ended up on our way to the Kawasan Falls, just going like through the bushes, but it was definitely off-road, but the places that we have seen on our road there have been absolutely amazing, and I think it was a thing that really one of a few tourist experience, and I definitely appreciate that a lot. And we definitely achieved to beat the crowds, because we have been there, I don't really remember the time, but I think like 7:30 or 8 a.m. in the morning. We left like at 5:30, and we wanted to be there actually much earlier, but it took us some time to run around in the bushes in the jungle to actually get there. And when we were there, we just had the waterfalls to ourselves. Extremely majestic look, blue water, the water's just coming down, and I think those are some of my favorite shots that I did that day. And what is definitely a huge fun factor at the Kawasan Falls is the opportunity to do cliff jumps. So even if you don't join a canyoneering, a cliff jumping tour, you can do it by yourself. You just, I don't know, negotiate with one of the guys who are working there. At first they wanted to have more than I ended up paying, but it was still definitely not a lot of money, but a lot of fun, and I could like jump by myself how often I wanted. And when the tours actually came around, they looked like they had their time of their life, but it was a lot of people. So it was hundreds of people and not a very big place. So it's definitely up to you what type of experience you want to personally do. You just have to decide it kind of like for yourself. I'm actually considering to do the tour maybe in the future if I'm gonna pass by on any future travels, because people just cannot stop saying how amazing it was. So definitely Kawasan Falls is one of the top things on the Cebu Island, and a lot of people are just coming to the island to see just that. It's not something that I would personally do, but if you're coming anywhere close to that area, this is a must-see. And as mentioned, just the insight on how to get there. It's not very far from Cebu, so I think in terms of a bus ride, it's around like 5-6 hours. And we personally went there with our motorbike from Moalboal, which is also our number 2 for today. Moalboal. It is one of the more developed places that we have been to, and once we got there, we actually were quite surprised by the streets of restaurants they have there. From coming after a few weeks of being at very calm and not very touristy places, we enjoyed this place a lot, and there you can do amazing snorkeling. What this place is very well known for is the so-called Sardine Run. So there's a certain spot, if you're just gonna ask anyone around in the area, they're gonna tell you where that is. You can rent out snorkeling gear for a few dollars, jump in, and you're gonna see thousands, millions of sardines swimming around you. If you're actually gonna go diving, you can like dive dive right into the swarms of sardines. I absolutely loved it. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and if you're lucky, you're gonna see turtles as well. We have seen just one turtles, and I think 3 times that I was snorkeling there, and it was right the first time. So definitely a huge recommendation is going out to Moalboal if you're looking for a laid-back place with a lot of opportunities to go out. And to me personally, it was quite of a special place. We had an Airbnb, and all the other guests at some point moved out. We had a huge house to ourselves. We had our own cat. His name was Simba, as far as I remember, and we were just feeling like home. We have been staying there for 5 days, I believe. And the number 3 for today, and also the main reason why I wanted to go a little bit more in depth here, the Manjujod Sandbars. So basically this place was for us a little bit of a headache because we have been staying in Dumaguete, and Dumaguete is definitely also a worth mentioning place. It's a vibrant university city. They have quite some nice restaurants, opportunities to go to the gym. So if you're going to be passing by and you're going to be traveling for a longer time, this is a good base in my opinion. And what I meant by it was kind of a headache for us because we have been researching on the internet, and they haven't been a lot of really instructions on how to get on to the sandbars. And I'm just gonna explain it to you the situation a little bit more in depth. So basically, you have to go to the city of the name Bais from Dumaguete. You can jump on a bus. If you're coming from Cebu, I would recommend first going to Dumaguete and still do the day trip. Dumaguete is a great place to do day trips. For example, there's also the Apo Island not too far from it. So basically it's around like a 2-hour bus ride, and once you get off at Bais, usually there are people standing waiting to approach you for a private boat, and this was also the instruction that I've seen on the internet. You have to rent out a private boat, and they can go for anywhere between like $25 to $50, $60, $70, and for me personally it was way too expensive. And when I read that, also the advice was to get together with people and to share a boat, and I was like, yeah, we're just gonna wait for people to share the boat. But the thing is, they want to rent out as many boats as possible, which I can totally understand. You gotta do your business, and I was really negotiating with them at first. I believe, I don't remember how much it was in pesos, but they wanted to have like $40, $50.
I'll give you a lower price.
How much?
2,500. That's package for dolphin. How about 2,000?
That's not too much for us. Maybe do 1,500.
1,800. Is that okay?
Yeah, but we don't need that.
Lower rate. Okay, I'll give you 1,500. Is that okay?
The club isn't the best place to find a lover, so the bar is where I go. Me and my friends at the table doing shots, drinking faster than we talk slow. Come over and start a conversation with just me, and trust me, I'll give it a chance. Now take my hand, stop Havana Man on the jukebox, and then we start to dance, and I'm singing like
a small little private boat for a few hours. We got onto the sandbars, and we have been there early, but not super early, so the water has been already at our knees, maybe a little bit below it. And within a few hours it rises, and out of like the sandbar it becomes like a huge blue pool. And I think there we have seen some of the bluest and clearest waters, and the drone shots are absolutely amazing. So I think for everyone who has a drone, this is gonna be your life goal. Just to see this place from this perspective makes it an absolute eye candy, and this is gonna be my number 3 top place, the Manjujod Sandbars, and on YouTube they're also known as the Maldives of the Philippines. Fellow travel vlogger Christian LeBlanc named it like that. If I'm mistaken, let me know. But yeah, you can check those videos out as well. I'm gonna link them in the description. And those are my personal top 3 for the Cebu Island. So with that, thank you very much for watching. If you are planning a trip to the Philippines, you are welcome to check out my other travel guides on Siquijor as well, on the Bohol Island, and the other videos where I talk about Philippines. I also have a huge travel vlog series, and I'm planning already my next trip, probably towards the end of the year. So with that, if you want to know what else I'm up to, you're welcome to add me on Instagram, where I share like stories and pictures and insights on what I'm going all about. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, and we see each other in the next one.